Simulcast live from Akaku Television Cable Channel 55, Studio B, and 88.5 FM KNUQ Radio at Halfway to Hell Plaza in downtown Kahului on the beautiful island of Maui. It's time once more for KNUQ Live. And now here's the man who makes it all possible, Shaggy!
If you've never been here to the show before, hi! It's 88.5 FM and, of course, Akaku Channel 55. My name is Shaggy. I am in an incredible amount of pain, and this show has been thrown together painstakingly over the course of the last 30 seconds. Joining me for this media extraordinaire is now, I guess I can say, the number one Q103 morning radio show DJ. And it's so weird to say that about you, but it's so awesome at the same time.
It is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Irie Dole.
Thank you, sir. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me. And yeah, I mean, it's an honor to be in part of the Maui industry and active in the whole radio lifestyle. And I have you to partially thank for that, definitely.
Yeah, dude, I got to tell you, like right now, we have this little problem with our camera not working. So, you know, if you see things that are a little weird,
right.
I apologize. So right now, and also right now, it's kind of cool because for the radio audience, they're hearing everything. They don't think anything's wrong at all. For the television audience, though, the television audience is going, who is this dark, mysterious Irie Dole?
Right.
Oh, let's see. Hey, it looks like we got your camera back and working. All right. So let's see here. If we'll set it up the proper way, I can do this. And there you are. Irie Dole, ladies and gentlemen. You have no idea how hard it is to get this show running right. Especially because if you pay attention to things, you'll notice that there's 4 people around me today. Isn't it great when you're in your own show and you don't have all these 4 people to worry about?
Well, you know, actually, Shaggy, I've been having, I got an intern now.
Really?
Intern Kimmy. Yeah, and she's doing fabulous, and she's just what the doctor ordered. I needed somebody who was ambitious, who didn't care about getting paid and just wanted to do radio. And she came up to me and almost tackled me in the parking lot and asked me if I was part of the radio station and how she can get involved.
You know, I
said,
not...
show up Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
It's not often that you have a job that people will run you down across an open parking lot.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, first off, I gotta start off by saying congratulations.
Thank you.
2014 Maui's best of. You haven't even been a year.
I haven't been in studio for a year yet. Yeah.
That is so.
Right. And I feel like, you know, in-house people are like, yeah, good job. Like, you know, they definitely giving me a pat on the back, but at the same time, it seems like it might be a little bitter. But I love them. It's all fun.
Oh, God. Well, I know this about you because we spent a lot of time talking because you are the guy that replaced me. Awesome. You have probably the most interesting pre-birth story ever. You know what I'm talking about.
You're talking about the Greek theater.
Yes, the Greek theater.
Yeah, I was at a Bob Marley show before I was born.
You were at a Bob Marley show before you were born?
That's right. My mom was actually pregnant. The Greek theater show, 1978 in Berkeley, California, yeah. Dude,
man, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
So what was it like, you know, going to that concert before being born?
You know, it was, it's hard to remember, man. It was a very smoky occasion.
Oh. You know, but besides that, though, you are, I guess you could say, literally by birth, a reggae fan.
Yeah. I mean, I was born into it, really. You know, I was playing under the tables of the vendors at the local spots back in San Francisco where I was born, and just been doing it my whole life, really. It's reggae time.
Dude. And when you say reggae time all the time, when for you is the youngest memory of you saying, it's time for reggae?
Actually, I can answer that very easily. I went to a festival in San Francisco they used to hold called Reggae by the Bay. And Sugar Minot was headlining, I remember. And I went by myself as a youth just because none of my other friends were interested in it and nobody else was talking about going, so I just went.
Yeah. See, and this is the cool thing I like about you. You are so authentic. You cannot even say as a kid. You have to say as a youth. I know this. I mean, from 10 years of being in reggae business, there's this whole vocabulary of stuff that you say that we don't say on the outside world.
Right.
Like youth.
Right.
You know?
Well, kid is a goat, right?
Not where I'm from. Where I'm from, a kid is a servant.
Oh gosh. Nice one.
Oh God. So I mean, you started off with your love of reggae music, really young. Everything was cool then, and now here it is that you're like in a rock in the middle of the largest body of water, pretty much in the solar system.
Right.
Do you say? And I mean, this is an award beside and everything. Do you say at the end of the day that you are feeling what the reggae people call blessed?
Definitely. I mean, I feel blessed every day. I mean, when I was in San Francisco, I was doing radio, a community station, not getting paid, and doing everything just on the passion. And now and that was only one program a week, 3 hours once a week. Now I get to run a whole reggae station, and I get paid for it.
Okay, cool. I mean, at the end of the day, that's like life du jour for you.
It is kind of a dream come true, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try this again. Hey, guys on the outside, only press the space bar. Okay? I cannot stress this enough. Only press the space bar. We have been having a day. And I mean this. These guys have had to like super absorb so much stuff in one day.
Yeah.
The fact that they're still standing and they're sane is so much of a miracle to me.
It's just crazy to see you come to a whole next place and you're still running the show.
But you're running the show now over at Q103.
Yeah.
And you've been doing it less than a year. And and honestly, for you, this is kind of like a new territory.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It is. I mean, yes and no. It is adapting and just kind of changing strategies, because in radio station there's the different departments, right? There's programming, there's operations, there's promotion, there's on air, sales. That's something else. But programming.
Yesterday we had one of your coworkers, Johnny A, in here.
Oh,
and he was like, "Oh, I love sales. Oh, I love sales." And I'm like, "You are insane."
He seems to have fun with it, though.
Well, some people like doing stupid things, jumping out of planes, out of a parachute, going into advertising sales. Johnny is one of those.
He is. He loves it, yeah. Well, like I was saying, there's different departments of radio. And so what I was doing in San Francisco with my hustle, through DJing and promoting my own things, promoting other people, being an MC, event host, all these things kind of came together, and now I'm just able to exploit them in a whole different way.
Is it fun exploitation?
It is. It is great. Reggae exploitation, that's right.
Yeah, but you shamelessly exploit yourself.
Yes.
And it's one of the funniest things about you is because, a lot of times you hear these characters that people portray on the air. I mean, and I spent years of people actually thinking that I was an idiot because I played this idiot on the radio. It's like,
right.
But you are probably one of the closest people that I have met in over 20 years of being in the business, where it's like, hey, this happy-go-lucky, sunny guy, that's pretty much the same way I am.
Same guy off mic. Yeah. Well, Shaggy, I strive to be a real person in this thing. Like, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to have to leave the building and become somebody else, and go back into the building and become somebody else. I'd rather be the same person. And if I'm going to be good on air, I need to be good off air.
And how would you say you maintain the goodness? Because a lot of people, there's temptations in there every day, but it's always fun asking this question. How do you maintain the goodness?
Wow, that's a complex question, because it really has to do with psyche and mentality. Because I really do my best to stay humble and to put other people first, and just to give thanks for the little things and not expect too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, little things at the end of the day. It's like bills, reality. I mean,
Right.
what are the little things?
Little things like this morning. Oh, this morning was awesome. I didn't have a proper breakfast. So I walked up to Wailuku and looked around, and I thought, all I wanted is some fruit right now. I went to Request Records, and they have the papayas outside. I found a perfect papaya. It was huge. Got it for $1. Went back to the studio. My new midday girl, Sari, she had a chirimoya and some lilikoi. So we just split the papaya open, put the other fruit inside, and it was awesome. I mean, it made my day so much brighter.
Can I be honest? It sounds like ever since I left Q130, things have got a little fruity. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, when I'm there, it's like, you want a water cooler? Yeah, wait a couple of months. You go there, it's like a buffet.
Well, I mean, like Q is in a really cool place right now because in the building, all the other stations are pretty much running as they're running, as they've been. But we have a whole fresh force inside, and it's fun, and a lot of healthy people and new age thinking people. So it's good. The people come with their own fruit. We don't need to provide it.
I might even go back there one day if I'm hungry. It sounds like
You never know.
Yeah,
Door's always open there.
But these are like little things, you're saying like the common gestures, the stuff that we don't even think about anymore. This is the stuff that maintains the goodness.
Yeah, you gotta really be happy for these things, because if I didn't have that fruit, I would have been really nasty right now. I would have been half asleep and feeling nasty inside. So.
Oh, trust me, I've got all kinds of reason to feel nasty today. It is not good. Okay, real quick, let's go through the basic bio.
Okay.
Irie Dole, born in
San Francisco.
What year?
78.
Wow. And what year did you first discover reggae music?
I mean, 78, right? Born before I was born. Yeah, I guess.
Rocking out at the concert.
Yeah. I mean, my mom was into it. My mom was into it before I was born, so it was always around.
If it was possible to umbilical a spliff, you would have. Okay. All right. What time did you move away from your birth hometown?
January last year. So, yeah, not too far away.
God, man. All right, and when did you move to Maui?
Same. Yeah.
That's it. First time. Done and out.
I actually had no intention on leaving San Francisco.
None
at all.
Oh, my God. Why, in God's name, would you leave someplace that you swore you was never going to leave?
Just through the passion of love and Jawworks. To be very vague about it.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, but like it was a golden opportunity with the radio, so I had to soak it up.
Would you say the radio station is the only reason that you're here?
It was a major factor, but I'm really falling in love with the whole Aina, the sun, the sand, the mountains, the air, the people, the reggae scene out here. It's really cool, the reggae scene out here, because there's a local scene in San Francisco, but there's no support. It's everybody just individual. I was the only thing really keeping it together. And so it's great to be over here where there's a scene where people respect each other and work with each other openly, not have to beg for it.
Okay. So, it seemed to have grown and evolved, and you're pretty much alike in life, huh?
Yeah, and like last time I went back to San Francisco, it felt very foreign.
Isn't that amazing? That's like you grew up there and everything. You move away for a couple of years, you come back and you're going, "Who are you people?"
I don't know about this. Yeah. So yeah, I'm loving it. I recently moved up to Wailuku, and I could see the sunrise right past Haleakala Mountain, and it's awesome, man. I just give thanks for it. It's those kind of small things I give thanks for. I can wake up every day and see the sun.
Yeah, but you are also waking up incredibly early, so. I mean,
that is definitely a change.
Yeah, as thankful as you would want to be, at some point you got to be like, please God, just snooze.
Right.
Just snooze.
But I don't know. I'm a light sleeper anyway, so it's kind of cool just to have something to do. But it is a lifestyle change. But right now there's a whole bunch of changes going on in my life, and it's all coming at a good time, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to do something different and really take charge of this whole radio thing. Like I'm like this whole best of 2014. Like I'm amazed really amazed and really honored and thankful to the listeners, everyone who voted for me, because, it's not, I didn't do it, I did my part, but I didn't make myself the 2014 winner.
Well, if you did, it would have been incredibly talented because,
Right. All kind of handwriting and everything, forging.
You would have had, it was like one name, Irie Dole, another name, Irie Dolly.
The guy who looks like Matisyahu sometimes. I still get confused with that guy.
Yeah, I know. And he's shaved and everything, and still people walk by you and it's like, dude, when are you doing another concert?
Dude, a police officer. I was walking down Kihei, and a police officer rolled by and said, "Hey, Matisyahu."
And we wonder why it's not legal here. And
right.
we wonder.
Right.
I kind of want to ask you, were you incredibly shocked? Because, your Facebook reaction, but then again, everybody has Facebook reactions,
Right. You can forge a Facebook reaction.
Yeah, like real quick, here's my Facebook reaction.
Right. OMG.
Yeah, there you go. See? Couple of letters, boom, Facebook status, done.
Right.
But yours, it was a picture of you holding the thing, but it was generally what you wrote was like, how in the hell did this happen?
Because I was, there was a certain victory I was looking for in that. I wasn't necessarily, I'm always aiming for number one. I always want to be the best, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how humble I am, I always want what I do to be the best. It doesn't necessarily have to be about me, but whatever I'm going about, I want it to be the best. So in the radio, I wanted it to be the best. So in that, I knew that getting the promotion in the newspaper would be good for the radio station. Even though it's good for me, it's good for the radio station. You know what I mean? So there was a small victory I was looking at, not necessarily number one, but there was a small victory I was looking for, and I got that and number one, so stoked.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's got to feel good for you at the end of the day to go to work with all the guys that we work with over there and just be like,
It didn't. No, it was funny because I was waiting for the time it to come out. It came out on Thursday, and I came in and said, "Is it out yet?" No, coming around 11, and actually about 9:30, Gary, the engineer, and Jack, newsman, comes in. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Doing the Wayne's World thing, So it was right then. I knew it. It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
But you had to have some sort of sneaking suspicion that you knew.
They
won ahead of advance.
They called me from Maui Time and wanted to get a picture saying I was a finalist.
Oh.
And they didn't really say what it was at first. I got an email saying they want to take a picture. At first I was like, cool, the radio station got finalist. Then it did, but it said kind of singular, like, we want to take a picture of you.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, maybe I got best DJ. But then there was like, no, you got best radio DJ. I was like, oh, okay. But they just told me it was a finalist.
Yeah. Just a little secret about Maui Time.
I kind of figured it out.
Incredibly lazy.
If you get your picture taken, it's probably
you're one.
The winner.
You won. Yeah. If they do not waste any time over there. Okay. They're not going to call up people for consolation pictures. They do not waste time.
Use the iPhone for the picture. So
exactly. It's like if you're not on the list to win, they'll be like, oh, just send us a selfie.
Totally. But big thanks to the people over there at Maui Time. Always taking good care of us and taking good care of me. Definitely. So.
Oh yeah, and it's got to be cool there. And this is the one thing I liked. And I don't get me wrong, I love my new neighborhood over here in Kahului, and we have a whole bunch of, you can't see it behind this glass, but a whole new cast of neighbors over here. Some new and old, some that you'll actually recognize from the other side of things, but I miss the small town Wailuku thing where, you kind of go hang out up at Market Street, and you might see Tommy from Maui Time just walking around with his coffee being Tommy, and then you might see the mayor walking around. You might see county councilman, and then you might see the homeless guy that can only sing Elvis songs in reverse.
And don't forget about Taguma.
Oh, and Taguma might give you a ticket.
We actually have a very good, healthy prepared foods shop. All kind of kale and quinoa and acai bowls and stuff.
I couldn't say this, but I almost put them on my new How Dumb is America segment.
It is so good, though.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Pharmacy is.
Pharmacy, yeah.
Yeah. And
with an F.
Yeah, but I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
And I do eat healthy.
Uh-huh.
It's not like you see me. Okay.
I don't know. The espresso shakes can be questionable, but go ahead.
Espresso shakes are very questionable.
And
but they are not to be questioned.
All the diet soda is a little questionable, but go on.
They're not to be questioned. This is my life we're talking about. I do miss the shaved ice place on Market Street.
But there was nobody in there.
That's the great thing about it. I'm antisocial. I like going to places other people think suck.
Well, I like going to reggae places that have great food.
Well, I don't know if I would necessarily call them reggae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always playing reggae. So.
I mean, well, yeah.
You got
you could say-
Inoc is a chef, Rasta man. So it can.
Yeah. Well, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What is the difference between Rasta and reggae?
Wow. Well, reggae and Rasta are two different things, but they often intertwine.
Yeah, but
Because-
see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say, hey, man, keep it reggae, or hey, man, stay Rasta.
Right.
And you know, I hate to stereotype here, but white kids, they don't get it sometimes, like
Right.
from mainland visitors and guys that weren't raised up in the bay in the belly of a reggae goddess, or, you know, however your divine birth came to this planet
Yeah.
Earth. You know, how do you explain the difference between what keeping it Rasta is and keeping it reggae?
Well, I mean, you can involve spirituality in any kind of music. You know what I mean? But, I mean, Rasta can exist without reggae, and does. But reggae is definitely a great vessel for the message, because the way that reggae works of getting into your psyche and getting into your waistline, it affects your brain and your heart and your whole rhythm of yourself, and able to get the message of the spirituality a little bit. And you get a little Irie and all better.
No, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
So you're communicating with aliens.
Not with aliens, with the I bet you could though. Like Maccabee said, if they found some men on the moon, he'd probably know some Bob Marley tune.
I know.
Yeah.
But when we talk about music listening experience, of course, us being fans of music, I mean, I play a lot of country music now. Kind of
Nice.
cool because it's one of the last storytelling formats that was birthed in this country. When you listen to music and you're trying to explain to people on the outside, because, and once again, this is so hilarious. It's like old world meets new world. Guys see, you know, people on the street saw me when I worked at Q103 and going,
Right.
oh, no way in hell.
Right.
You know, with you, they're just like, oh, he knows reggae.
Right.
A little bit of a look. Do you, in your head, like, if you're trying to, you know, just define the overall look, the overall appearance, the overall feel of what it is that you do, I mean, do you ever feel compelled to just go, you know what, guys? Let's all settle down. Come into a circle real quick. We'll smoke this, and everybody will understand anything.
Yeah.
You get those jokes, though, right?
Yeah.
You get the stereotype jokes and things like that still.
Those things you just gotta brush off, you know. And like being a white kid in San Francisco, growing up in the generation I did, it wasn't the easiest. You know, I was going to the public schools, and it wasn't the white public schools. You know what I mean? So there's plenty I had to like roll off my back or just know how to avoid to begin with. You know what I mean?
But as an adult, it seems to have made you, dare I say, bulletproof. You don't seem to let a lot of bad negativity stick to you.
No.
And I see, like, you know, now as your new role as this #1 DJ on Maui, you seem to be like on your show and then as well as in person saying, hey guys, we all got this figured out.
Yeah.
Do you? I want to know.
I like to think so, but there's a lot of people in this world with a lot of different mentalities. You know, you can't. I mean, that's my main goal in this whole radio thing, is to be able to touch people and make them just feel easier.
Easier. Well, I mean, easier in what sense? Because, hey, look.
In the reggae sense. You know, we're talking about the reggae vocabulary?
Yeah.
Easy. Go easy.
Okay. If I went easy, I wouldn't have to have as much fiber in my diet as I do, at least according to my doctor. Would you say it's easy for you, though? I mean, here it is, a long journey.
Right.
You've went from the mainland, you've went through the Bay, you've went through the whole reggae scene, Jaw Warrior, Shelter, Hi-Fi. I mean, there's a long path here, and now we've arrived.
Right.
Do you feel that it was easy, though?
No way. I feel like I'm just getting started. Like, I feel like I've just reached a place where I need to be. Like, this is kind of like where, not I made it, like this is the end all, but I feel like definitely a few life goals have been met, and I'm ready to just like full steam ahead.
Which ones are left?
I mean, I haven't been flown to Japan. You know, I haven't been flown to all kind of places. I've never been to Ethiopia. I've never been to London, New York, all kind of places I've never been before. So those type of things, you know, Sound Clash in Jamaica, why not? Yeah.
So this is the bucket list that we're talking about.
I guess maybe we should start one, yeah?
Okay, let's go. You want to be flown to Japan on the bucket list.
Yes.
Why?
To perform.
To perform.
Yeah.
But what would you perform?
Just sound session, DJ style, the reggae thing, like a good selector would do, representing Jaw Warrior Shelter Hi-Fi sound system, champion sound out of California.
So it's not like you're going to jump up there, break out a harmonica, and say, "Come on, guys, let's settle in for the night."
Right, nothing like that. It'll be songs and emceeing and entertainment and getting the crowd involved, that type of thing.
Okay. What's another thing on the bucket list?
What do we say? Definitely got to go to Ethiopia.
You got to go to Ethiopia. Why?
I mean, it's good thing we're talking about today. It's Haile Selassie's birthday, celebrating 122 years. King of Kings, Lords of Lords, seen as the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, and through the Solomonic line came as a Christ, what I see as a Christ figure. You know, same like you see, you know, Buddha and all these people who came with a message and a direction and teachings. You know what I mean? And like Ethiopia is where Haile Selassie was at, and there's a lot of great things I would love to see there.
So it's a very spiritual journey for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I thought it was just, to get out of the country for a little bit. All right, so, okay, hi, a nice answer. And you find yourself, of course, drawn to that region through the teachings of Selassie.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
When did you discover those?
With the reggae thing, like it was weird because
you were not born the holy Jesus Christ of reggae music, okay?
Well,
every time we keep coming back to this story, it's like, there I was, birthed into the divine, perfect and whole and Rasta.
I was a headbanger in middle school. Let me just put that out there. Trench coat, long hair, green hair, all the whole deal. Let me just put that out there.
Man, those were bad years to wear trench coats.
Yeah, it was fun. The Metallica, Slayer, Testament, all that good stuff. But anyway, I'll take a quote from Bob Marley where he says, I've been a Rasta from ever since, but it's about the time it takes to grow and learn who you really are and finding what you identify with, and the things I identify with are the Rasta mentality and those people. So, it's beyond any kind of like social or racial anything, it's life, livity. There's another reggae word for you, livity.
Livity. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel edumacated.
We should have a quiz at the end of the show.
We should come up.
That was 3 so far.
Yeah, at the end of the show, we can have the Irie Dole Pop Rasta quiz.
Yeah, you win Q103 t-shirt or something.
And the funny thing is we're going to have to take a break here in a little bit.
Okay, no problem.
But real quickly, what is one principle of Rastafari that attracted you the most as this is something good for all of us?
Equality, I would think, and righteousness. That's two kind of the same. It's two different ones and kind of the same, but righteousness, I'd say, was definitely the first because a lot of things fall underneath that.
Wow.
Or I should say build on top of that, excuse me. Some another reggae terms for you there.
Yeah, no, it's like all of a sudden people are at home like notepads.
Yeah.
Oh, God, there was another reggae word, honey. Write it down. We want the T-shirt. Oh, God. Yeah. Well, I got to take a break here,
Sure.
and we got to talk about how dumb Americans are.
All right, let's do
Today,
it.
you're absolutely going to love it because the dumb American... Okay, I don't want to give it away. It's totally a really, seriously, probably one of the stupidest Americans I know right now.
I'm really familiar with, yeah.
Very intimately familiar.
Yeah.
They're coming up in How Dumb is America. And then also, we've got things like the radar, the news, and things
Nice.
like that. And just since we're mentioning videos, hey, congratulations. I saw Q103 is making videos again, and you're the guy doing it. I've seen some of them.
It's like Instagram videos, but
I know,
it's still
dude.
videos. Yes, we're doing videos.
Yes, that's it. Great job, Dole.
Thank you. Yeah.
See, once again, the radio audience has no idea what a crap fest has been happening
Yeah.
today. TV audience is going,
Like, oh, get these guys together. What am I sponsoring? What am I supporting here?
Exactly.
No, big thanks to all the listener supporters, because it takes everyone, all the nickels and dimes, whatever you can do. Listener supported radio is really where it's at. That's where I started, and it's a great place to be, definitely.
Well, wait, for everybody else, you're watching Channel 55, Akaku, and 88.5 FM. We'll be back.
The Maui County Council's Policy and Intergovernmental Committee convened this morning to discuss policy item PIA 78, an initiative petition to place a moratorium on the cultivation of genetically engineered organisms. This morning there were around 100 people signed up to testify in council chambers, with around 100 more signed up on Molokai to testify via interactive communication system. If the council fails to enact a proposed ordinance without change in substance within 60 days after the petition was deemed sufficient, the county clerk will submit the ordinance to the voters in the next general election. Don't know who to vote for? Akaku's program Meet the Candidates is currently running on Akaku Cable Channel 55. Meet the Candidates is a collection of 3-minute segments where participating candidates for state and county offices offer their views and vision for the seats they're running for. Meet the Candidates will air up until the primary elections, August 9th. Alexander and Baldwin's 600-unit housing project in North Kihei, to be offered to working families, received initial approval for community plan amendments and zoning changes from the Maui County Council Tuesday. The council also passed a bill that modifies the circuit breaker property tax credit to allow more homeowners to qualify for the program aimed at protecting those with limited incomes. The release of $500,000 by Governor Neil Abercrombie recently, and the anticipated release of another $1.75 million approved by the state legislature, will facilitate the new Lanai Community Health Center facility's groundbreaking. The groundbreaking is slated for September, with a possible completion date middle of 2015. The new Lanai Health Center facility is estimated to be nearly 5 times larger than the current health center. A proposed 10-acre expansion of the 63-year-old Maui Veterans Cemetery in Makawao came before the Maui Planning Commission yesterday. The commission voted for the expansion. There are currently only 109 burial plots currently remaining. And the Maui police have been stepping up enforcement against speeding on our highways throughout Maui County this week, as if you didn't know. As part of Operation Speed, the stepped-up enforcement will continue through this Friday. And Maui weather, mostly sunny skies expected over the next few days, with the usual isolated showers over the slopes. We have gusty winds out of the northeast at 10 to 25 miles per hour. And that's a quick news break. I'm Chivo Cheng Johnson.
Hey, it's Shaggy, back with a How Dumb is America, or, scratch that, let's make this How Dumb is Shaggy. Here's the story. A couple of days ago, unbeknownst to me because I am such a genius, I injured myself. Now, like the atypical American, I went to the one place that we should all be going for professional medical advice, the internet. Now, before you start saying, well, Shaggy, that's what I do, let's talk about the problems with this. Did you know that most Americans now, even with chronic conditions, are staying home thanks to the rise of websites like WebMD and, of course, those other shows out there that purport to be from doctors? And speaking of those shows, if you follow the medical advice that you find online, which could or could not be from an accredited source, or the advices of, say, physicians on TV, you're actually 3 times more likely to end up in worse shape. And see, that's why over the past couple of decades, even though the United States enjoys a nice coverage of health care under our buy-as-you-go from every individual plan, white males 45 years of age and older are actually 15 points behind the most healthy males, which are found in Dutch, Finland, Switzerland, You see all of these countries, they're over in Europe, and you know why they're listed as some of the healthiest countries? Because those governments actually pay for health care. Now in the United States, we have this thing called Obamacare, and if you have about 96 years of your life to waste, you can go to their website and sign up for it right now. But here's the deal. Personal responsibility for your health care is on you. That's why you're called personal health care. So don't do like I did. Remember that injury at the beginning of this segment? Well, 3 days ago, I injured myself, didn't think nothing of it, went to the websites and said, "Ooh, what do I do, Mr. Internet?" You should put it on ice, which is the wrong type of treatment, because today, after finally letting my condition get to the point that I am no longer able to comfortably work, stand, walk, or even pee standing up, and if you're a guy, that's kind of awkward, my doctor told me that I should have came to him first. And that's the problem. Rather than going to like a crazy show like Dr. Oz and finding out if something wrong with you is, something that maybe the Dr. Oz would know, maybe you should go see a medical professional. Otherwise, you're going to end up like me with a torn hip ligament and a couple of days on my back. As a matter of fact, that's your segment for How Dumb is America. And if anybody needs me, I'm down here. Okay, you can cut that.
Hi, I'm Sarah Rodriguez with On the Radar. The NYPD can say for sure that New York City is not surrendering, but no one's sure yet how or why 2 white flags replaced American flags on the top of the Brooklyn Bridge this morning, reports the Wall Street Journal. After social media started pulsing with pictures of mysterious banners, the NYPD's Emergency Service Unit headed over with counterterrorism and crime scene experts to figure out what was going on. Officers scaled the bridge and the white flags were taken down around 11 a.m. Need to brush up on your Homerisms or catch up on what's been going on in Springfield before The Simpsons starts its 26th season in September? Then clear your calendar and prepare to do absolutely nothing for 12 days later this summer. The FXX cable network has announced that its much anticipated Simpsons Marathon is scheduled to start at 10 a.m. on August 21st and will air until midnight on September 1st. Showing every single one of the 552 episodes that make up TV's longest-running scripted series of all time, reports Deadline. Yep, every single episode. In addition to showing all 25 seasons in chronological order, the marathon will also shoehorn the Simpsons movie, which will air after the 400th episode. And don't have a cow if you missed this animated endurance test. The FXX is also uploading all the episodes to its Simpsons World portal, a searchable online archive that can be accessed by FX subscribers on their networked digital devices, according to the Entertainment Weekly. I don't want to overpromise, but this website can provide you with affordable health care, a Simpsons executive producer jokes. We'd like that too, but for now, we'll stock up on our caffeinated beverages of choice and 64 slices of American cheese to prepare for this upcoming boob tube bonanza. A sheriff who blames the Netflix series Orange is the New Black for making orange jumpsuits trendy has put his inmates in the black and white stripes that prisoners wore a century ago. Some people think it's cool to look like an inmate of the Saginaw County Jail with wearing all orange jumpsuits out of the mall or in public. The Saginaw County Sheriff tells Michigan Live, "It's a concern because we do have our inmates out sometimes doing work in the public, and I don't want anyone to confuse them or have them walk away. The new jumpsuits cost the same as the old orange ones and are being gradually phased in, but the inmates aren't too wild about the change," according to the sheriff. "A lot of them have said, 'We don't like the black and white stripes,'" he says. "And my response is, 'Too bad. Don't come to jail. I didn't ask you to come and wear this uniform,'" he says. That although he doesn't want the inmates getting too comfortable, the uniform change isn't an attempt to embarrass or shame them, and will probably have to change the uniform again at some point. "It's cyclical," he says, "and there will come a time in the future when I change back to another color or a different attire." And that's what's on the radar with Sarah Rodriguez.
KNUQ-FM and watching us live on Channel 55. Joining me in the studio today, my esteemed guest, birthed into reggae greatness long ago, Lord Irie Dole.
Hello.
You're just like, damn, seriously, Shaggy, did you bring me here to roast me?
That's fine, man. I'm used to you, man. It's actually nice to be behind the mic with you again. It's fun.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, too. It's like, never in my life have I got to hire my replacement and then instantly watch him be better liked than me. I thought it was amazing transition, though, because... Yeah. We had, and for people that don't know what was happening behind the scenes, we had a very long list of things that we had to do and a very short amount of time to do it. And the fact that you even pulled through that was some sort of shred of sanity.
I'm still learning stuff, man. I'm still figuring stuff out. You know, stuff that I don't know yet even, that I'm still getting used to and figuring out.
But it's cool, though, because even after my opportunity fell through in Vegas, I'm like, man, I'm never going back there.
Yeah.
It's like I'd felt that you guys had pretty much taken the station in your own way.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that I like. Your emphasis is, at least from my ears of things, is, you know what, Shaggy, as much as you like classic reggae music, there's a lot of reggae music still being made, and there's a lot of new artists. Is that the most exciting thing for you now, is like finally having this vehicle to go, yes, let's play these guys that deserve to be played?
It is, definitely. You know, a lot of them I know personally, and it's not even that because I know them why I'm playing them. It's just they're making great music, you know, and the way that you created the station, you know, it's kind of fashioned after kind of top 40-ish, how it works as far as programming, and that's great. I love it. You know, it's kind of able to create this reggae machine. You know, I always say that reggae is what we make it, so let's make it something good. And I feel like this is my opportunity to really make reggae something good.
And you know, I gotta ask, like, you know, at the end of the day, doesn't it feel good to like come in and have all of these guys that like playing this stuff on the same station with you, and they're just like, yeah, man, that was a great song, or hey, I found this great song. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, like you were saying, other people on the station, you know, it's great. We got Salvo on Sundays playing classic roots. We got Ayana on Saturday mornings playing like the hardcore Rasta militant stuff. And
youngest DJ on the air in Maui right now. I say, I think she's the youngest DJ in the state.
Yeah.
She's 16.
I think it's just recently 17, yeah.
Just recently, yeah. She has to be the youngest DJ in the state on a commercial station.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a first. Oh. Okay.
And then, you know, Kamikaze's still there, still doing his thing, 2 to 6. He's still loving it.
I do have to apologize for leaving you with the mentally unstable.
No, Kamikaze's great, man. I love having him.
I wasn't talking about him. I was actually referring to Ayana. But, you know, Kamikaze, great guy.
Yeah, no, it's great. He's, you know, he stepped up his game a little bit, and you know, I give him things to do, and he does stuff. You know,
I like how you're like saying this like I'm still your boss and you're reporting. It's like, nah, man, me and Kamikaze, we're back here working.
Don't worry.
No, Shaggy, everything's cool.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you don't work for me anymore. Give me the truth. You know that
Kamikaze's great, man.
I know,
yeah.
and
he's real inventive. I like that. He's real creative, real inventive. I love that.
He's one of the few guys that you can just throw random things at. Like I would call it drive-by ideas. You just walk by and you just like, hey man, I want the sound of a siren thrown in with Cartman and make it all go zip zam boom.
Right.
He'll make it make sense.
Right.
And you will sit there and listen to it and you go, how in the hell did you do this? Okay, yeah. And you're thinking like sometimes you might have a mental disorder that makes this possible because only the criminally insane would have just got all of that psychobabble.
Take advantage of it, man.
Yeah. And it's a real creative bunch, a real fun bunch.
Yeah. And then we got more people too. Like we got a brand new midday, my old shift. She's doing her name is Sister Sari. She's great. Yeah, she's awesome. I can't say enough good things about her. Real nice voice, real chill, real cool, real Irie sister. And then intern Kimmy, like I was talking to before, real ambitious, loves radio, doesn't want anything out of it, just wants to be there.
But, you know, coming from a Shakespearean background that I've had, beware the ambitious. Okay. You'll come to work one day and intern Kimmy is all of a sniper Kimmy.
Right. All of a sudden she's running the show.
I want that morning show.
Yeah. No, she's good. She stepped up to the plate real quick. We've actually been doing a lot of live breaks together, and she's doing good. Yeah.
And now that you're living here on Maui, you've pretty much won the hearts and minds of people already. Is it time for retirement?
No way. No way. There's still people I haven't met yet. Like Kapu System. I'm really excited about meeting them. Every time I hear a new song from them, I want to learn more about them. And Innovision, my folks. Roots and Creation, my folks. Super Dub, those are my folks. Getting to know everybody a little bit more. Marty Dread, Chala, Lavaya, Ekolu Kalama, all these great people on the island. Really having a great time with them.
Oh, man. I got to tell you, one of the favorite parts of my life right now is never having to answer the question, what's island music and what's reggae music? Thank you, God. I don't have to answer that question anymore.
And big shouts to Lamb's Bread, too. Can't forget Lamb's Bread.
Oh, man. Kaya and crew and the growing Lamb's Brood, as I call them.
Lamb's Bus.
Lamb's Bus. Lamb's Juice.
Yes. Lamb's Juice. But yeah, we got to big them up. Brand new album out, everything.
Yeah, but speaking of local bands, I mean, you've already just pretty much endeared yourself to them. You've done shows with a couple of them. You've appeared in a couple of music videos. Yeah. And over time, I would like to think that you've actually listened to their music.
Oh, yeah. I do. I actually performed with Chala. I did a verse on Chala's album, a tune called Smoking Trees. And
how ironic.
How ironic.
We have an employee named Tree.
Okay. Well, if it's not about him, but it's about...
I would hope not. That would be some serious injury.
Weird, yeah. But anyway.
Performing with these guys and things like that, and this is a tough question, and thank God it's you on that side and not me, because I get to ask you, which one of them is your favorite?
Oh, wow. Everyone's got their own shine. I really love Innovision for their structure and how they're really their direction they're going in. I really love Roots and Creation for how much they just love the roots. It's got to be the roots. And it's almost, they remind me of the Hawaiian Midnight or something like that. It's
the Hawaiian Mafia, they will shoot you if it ain't roots.
Right.
I mean, those guys are hardcore roots.
And now all folks from Super Dub are Pure Love. And Chala, got a big up Ben. The dude's doing good, doing big things. Dude's looked out for me 24/7. Got to big him up for sure. So Chala, love every time. And
it sounds to me, honestly, like you're dodging the question.
I don't have a favorite. I don't think I have a favorite.
Come on, you got to have somebody that you're just at the end of the day. Yeah, I might listen to their song 2 times more than the other guy. Well, let's talk first about your favorite style, because this is one of the things that I loved when we started transitioning from the years that I was at Q103 to the years that you were, is me and you have different styles. I'm kind of more the old rock steady, the more old laid back stuff. But if you had to define your musical style, the stuff that you just love to hear on track, how would you describe it?
Modern roots.
Well, okay. When I set up a question like that, you got to have your answer at least as long as I said.
Okay.
Otherwise, poor Joel that's on the switcher today is going to have a heart attack, and at the end of the show, they're going to kill us.
We need to get him like a DJ crossfader so he can just go back and forth real quick. Start scratching us.
No, he will scratch us if you
scratch.
Now, going back to the question.
Yes.
No, what would you say is your primary sound? What's in the sound system?
I love real complete music. There's even some music out there where it's so good it makes me cry a little bit. It not even has subject matter or anything, just it's such a complete good song, background, rhythm, vocals, everything. It just completes the package. I love that.
But you like progressively, dare I say, more danceable beats than I do. Yeah. Maybe it's the fact that I'm old and I got a busted hip, and now I'm sitting here going, "Hey, you damn Rastas!
It's official now.
Get out of my yard!"
You're officially the old man now. Busted hip.
Oh God. What happened, God? What happened? I used to be young. But no, you seem to like the much more happy things, and well, not happy, but much more upbeat.
Yeah.
Is this because in the Bay you did a lot of your selecting in front of an audience that did want to dance?
Yeah, definitely. And when how can I put this? It is a lot more about uplifting and just keeping the rhythm going, keeping the heartbeat going. And when I was in front of people, it was a very dance hall crowd in San Francisco. Not like out here where I get requests in Hawaii for things that I've never had requests for before. Band named Chalice, Don Carlos, Koch, like all these people I've never heard outside of here too much. I mean, I know them personally, not personally, but the music, and
I like that. How you knew him personally. Like, yeah, Koch, I hung out with Koch. I told him one time, I will never listen to your album.
I mean, there's some people I do know, so,
Yeah. But it's got to be funny to you at the end of the day because Hawaii is a very roots deep foundation kind of place, and you come from the Bay, which is always cutting edge, and these new guys that come through Jamaica, a lot of them would cut their teeth in the Bay. Right. So for you, has it been easy marrying the two worlds?
It's a little rough because I feel like I'm missing out on stuff that happens in the Bay, like our Tuesday night party that we have out there, my crew out there. It's called Bless Up Tuesday Nights. And this past year, since I've been gone, they've had like Adis Pablo and just a whole list of people that I would love to see and love to be there part of, even if it's just introducing them and being part of the show and just being part of what those people know as this is what San Francisco is. Irie Dole is part of that because we don't get that amount of people out here, but it's great through modern technology and social networks, Twitter and Instagram. They're seeing that they are getting play out here and, getting a lot of retweet from, Morgan Heritage, Jock Cure, Anthony B, all these people. That's their real artist page. It's them. It's not like it's their somebody copy page. People are seeing that they're getting play out here. So Hawaii is starting to get more attention from modern roots Jamaican artists.
Yeah. And for you, you're going, hey, this is great. Now I don't have to worry about getting back to the Bay for these. Right. They're all coming to me.
Come to Papa, yeah.
Man. Okay, let's dream here, all right? So now it is at the end of the show. Visualize with me. You have won the 2014 Best Radio Personality in Maui.
Easy to visualize.
Yes, easy to visualize. You have been bequeathed the opportunity to do any show that you want. With the artist lineup that you want.
Oh, wow.
In the mind of Dole.
Yes.
The Mr. Popularity right now. Mr. Popular. Yeah. What would be your dream lineup for because I know you're always trying to throw together shows, so I want to hear right now definitive. What's the gospel lineup?
I mean, it's got to be, Chronic, who performed with Jimmy Fallon last night. He's number one right now. Protege, John 9, Kalissa, Dre Island, Kabaka Pyramid, that whole camp. But then you got to look into folks like, Johnny Osborne and all these people that are still around that we need to really bring out and cherish and know that they made hits out and out in years. Marcia Griffiths, man, I always tell people if I was 30 years older, I'd marry that woman.
I like how you automatically knew to censor what you really wanted to say with the word marry.
No, I would marry. No,
you would.
Yes.
And that's another thing, man. Is you love your reggae empresses, and up until I met you, I didn't think anybody was knew women existed in reggae.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You gotta there's certain things in reggae that you need to know of. Women, definitely. You got to be on top of the women thing because the more you play women, the more women are going to like you. The more women are going to go to your club. The more women go to your club, more guys come to your club. All of a sudden, your club's cracking.
Because we've learned one important thing in the world of media, and I want to hear it from another professional in there.
Sure.
We do not care about guys.
I mean, if they're paying $5 at the door, we care about them, sure.
But that's why we let the ladies in free.
Right. No, everyone needs to come in, so it's great. And especially in radio, you gotta I'm really learning to listen to everybody and to pay attention to what people like, guys and girls, but definitely taking care of everybody.
Yeah, because that was one of the things that it was always so hard for me to convince you. Answer the phone. Yeah. Go ahead. These people are nuts. Talk to them. This is awesome.
Man, do we have a couple minutes I could talk about this contest?
Yeah, go for it.
So we did a contest today. Actually, somebody got it. It took 3 days for people to figure this out. I want to see if you can get it, Shaggy.
All right.
Okay. Complete this phrase. If can, can. If no can, no can. But if can, then what?
What? If can, can.
Mm-hmm.
If no can, no can.
Right.
But if can, can.
No.
If can, no can?
No, it's not. Can isn't in. It's a 2-word answer, but can isn't in it, and it means. What was the clue I did? And it means a positive thing. Positive decision, I guess.
This is a family show, and I cannot say those things.
No, it is. If can. If no can, no can. But if can, I mean, do you want to save this for a contest? So you can do it too. I don't know. Somebody actually had to take 3 days to figure this out.
No.
If can, mo better.
If can, mo better. See, I'm thinking Big Island. If can, Vernas.
Do you know a lot of people said that?
Yeah. If can. If no can, Vernas. It's a great place right outside of Hilo. If you ever get to go. Check it out. No. Actually, go check her out and then go check out Ken's Pancake House. Ken's Pancake House is awesome.
There.
Yeah. And are you planning to do any touring around the Hawaiian Islands? I mean, now that we've conquered Maui.
Right. I definitely got to hit Big Eye. I'm overdue Big Eye. I've been there a couple of times. I did a show with Soul Medic recently. I did a show with Gavinci there recently. But I think I have something in the works with Marty Dredd out there, maybe with Conscious Rhythm folks, Roots Guan and Dre Z and them. And definitely got to hit a Wahoo. My boy Coop DeVille, Bonafide, all the folks out over there, Johnny Mack. And a lot of people I haven't met over there. A lot of active people I have not met who I'm really interested in getting involved with. And then I've never been to Kauai before. Love to see what that's about.
I'll tell you what it's about. Not a lot.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
It is a very lovely, laid back, just you go there to get away.
Right. That's what I hear.
You know, it's wonderful. Yeah. So I've actually I've been there a couple of times. So I want to tell you that one should be the top of the list, Kauai.
Okay.
You know, I mean, if there's any other place, I love Maui. Actually, I like Molokai too. You know, this is a hard thing. Let's just come back and email me next week when I get the islands in order.
Right. You know? Maybe we just have a yard party over Molokai. That'd be fun.
Oh God, yes. You have got to make the Molokai trip with me one day, and we got to go look up some bread.
All right.
Sounds
good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Promise.
All right, so let's take a look at everything you've done.
Sure.
You've came here. You've had a divine birth. You happen to know some weird pigeon that I didn't. What is, would you say, the master plan for you going forward? Is this going to be your last destination? Like, is Maui now going to be, I'm never leaving here kind of home? Or is it like, man, I love this place. I can't see myself leaving here, but...
I don't know. I'm such a family person, Shaggy, that it's hard to leave my family in San Francisco for so long. But like I said, San Francisco is kind of feeling foreign to me. My mom's coming out to visit, so I'm hoping she'll get amped to stay, maybe. But I don't know. It's home for now. I'm loving it. The plan is to get more people involved with the radio station. I have at least 2 more people in the works ready to hop on. A new segment for the morning show girl and a new mixed DJ. So very excited. Like, and these people are coming out the woodworks. They're godsend. Definitely coming right at the right time.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, because like over here, if I did not have this crew of people, I will tell you, you will go insane without them. and I got to think, like, as supportive and as cooperative as you are, the environment that you guys have got going over right now really seems to be the superstar that put you in the #1 this year, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's about positivity. It's about connecting with the audience. It's about being a real person, being outside, and people knowing who you are. That's one thing that I learned early about from my predecessors, in the Bay, that the radio people, they would kind of be standoffish when a fan would come up to them and be like, hey, you're that guy, like, I want to meet you, and be really excited, and they'd be like, yeah, I'm Mr. Cool, all right, yeah, okay, right, yeah, not really say anything to them, just, yeah, okay, all right.
I mean, we got
much,
30 seconds left in this show, and it always struck me as funny as, like, there's the DJs that do that, but I was a part of the other DJs where it's like, hey, I want to meet you. And it's like, oh my God, people. Right. I was so scared of people, but you seem to be a loving and embracing kind of guy. So,
I mean, that's what put me on top, man. So I just got to keep it going.
Well, how do people love and embrace you online right now if they wanted to?
Irie Dole, everything. At Irie Dole, IRIEDOLE. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Mixcrate, Mixcloud, SoundCloud. I'm sure there's a couple more. Google Plus.
Does anybody even use that? Oh God. Well, that's it for the show. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you, Shaggy. It's an honor, man.
Oh man, this is awesome. Okay, now here's what's going to happen the rest of the week. You cannot see this, but right behind me is a cast of crazies that are destined to take over this show because seriously, that little "how dumb is Shaggy" bit, that was not a joke. Shaggy is in some pain. king today. So I'll be taking the rest of the week off, leaving it over to Alberto and the Reverend Joel and his crew. Plus, they'll have some interesting guests. Sarah Ferguson will be back with the radar and all kinds of crazy stuff. Until next week, though, I got to go. So love you, mean it. K-Den bye. For everybody else joining us, you can check out an archive of the show tonight at 11 o'clock p.m. on Channel 55 and once again tomorrow at 5 o'clock.